Good morning, everyone. This is Lavender Card Tarot. We're going to do a medium dive into the inner workings of the narcissist. Spirit was giving me messages last night that I didn't go as in depth as I probably should have. So, our first card, this narcissist, he is incredibly seductive. He is good in the art of seduction. He's well practiced. He knows how to say and do all the right things to hook his victims. By victims, I mean the people that he uses financially or emotionally. The next card that we're going to draw is he leaves a lot of destruction behind. He makes things worse. Put it this way, in this type of scenario, this narcissist, he's going to be incredibly kind, incredibly joyful. He's going to take you places, possibly have in-depth conversations with you. He's going to be fully engaged in almost every aspect of your life, if not every aspect. And then he's going to start pulling back when things start to get too real for him. He's going to pull back, and then he's going to start blaming. There's a lot of blaming, a lot of arguing back and forth, a lot of gaslighting. Gaslighting is an example of him saying something like, "The sky is blue." And then he changes his statement later and he would say, "Well, the sky is green." And you would say, "Well, you said 5 minutes ago the sky is blue." He'd say, No, you're wrong. I never said that." So he starts to make you believe things that are not true. And he leaves destruction in his path. He's very jealous. He's very envious. If you have particular hobbies that you're doing, maybe you like crafting, maybe you enjoy taking walks alone just to clear your head. Perhaps you're an artist. Maybe you enjoy time to paint. Or maybe you just enjoy watching a movie by yourself. He gets jealous and envious of these activities that you like to do alone. And sometimes you've invited him to partake in these activities. Like, say you would like to paint something. That's just an example. You would like to paint a sunset or perhaps a rainbow, and you've invited him to get a canvas and a set of paints and to do this activity with you. He will say, "Oh, well, I'm too busy," or "Oh, I don't feel like it right now," or "I've got a lot on my mind." Excuse me. And then he'll turn around and tell everybody, "Well, she just never invites me to do anything. She never wants to go anywhere with me." He will tell his friends or family that that's really how it is. And that's a lie. So our next card it's another destructive card. It seems like he has had a lot of situations in his past. I feel like he's had a lot of dating scenarios to where he's always very flamboyant. He will tell people how great he is, what he has accomplished in his life. This is also a manifestation card for a narcissist. He believes that he is grandiose. That's probably a better way to put it. He believes that he is a wonderful human being, and he tries to tell everyone about his successes. In fact, I think I've said in previous videos that sometimes our narcissist needs a trumpet because he's so loud. He loves to spout off his successes and how wonderful he is. Well, we all know better than that. Our next card is he believes that he's connected to everything. He believes that he is the leader. He believes he is, shall we say, the president, the CEO of everybody's business. He believes that he is connected to you, to all of your family, to all of your friends. He believes that he should be the leader for all of you. And it's unfair because you are quite capable of leading yourself. What you would like is a partner, not a parent. And he has issues with learning that you are a very special and beautiful woman, honey, and you don't need someone to tell you every single move to make. You have your own mind, you have your own spirit, you have your own ideas. He doesn't need to give you a verbal list of commands. You are very capable of attending to your own life. Your wish is to have a partner, a friend, a lover, or maybe just a boyfriend. Or if you all got married, maybe you just want a simple husband who is supportive. You don't need the parenting stuff. That's silly. The next card is he's a punisher. That's the vibe that I get from this card. He's big into punishment, and it's not so much physical punishment in this reading. Like, I don't get the feeling that he is brutalizing in a physical way at this point in time. I do believe that a lot of his punishment is mental. For example, I believe that he does a lot of stonewalling. By that, I mean, say that you have made a decision, a very simple decision. Maybe you have decided to go out. I get a big sister vibe today. Say that you decide to go out with your little sister. Maybe she's in town. Maybe she even lives in the same town. And you all have made plans, and you're going to go out and have lunch together, maybe catch a movie, or simply go to some arts and crafts stores or pick up a new journal to write in. It doesn't matter where you're going or what you're doing, but you do have plans with this family member. Well, this is going to upset him because it is basically a girls only situation. Now remember, you've invited him several times to participate. Over here is where you were inviting him out to places on this other card that we did. And he's constantly acting like he's connected, but he really doesn't want anything to do with anyone. So back over here, you've set up a boundary that you're going to go out with this particular family member, and he's going to stonewall you, meaning he's going to shut down. He will refuse to answer questions. He will act very pouty, or he will just go completely silent. And you will feel so guilty that you will eventually, if you go out with your sister, you're going to feel miserable because you know that he's at home mad or upset. Or you might just even cancel on your sister just to placate him. And honey, that's sad. Don't cancel on your sister. The next card is he's incredibly knowledgeable. He flexes all the time that he is so smart. He wants everyone to know that he is incredibly intelligent. And we're not saying that our narcissist is not completely intelligent. He is. He has his moments of being very bright, very gifted. I do believe in this reading, he does have employment of some type. I don't get a feeling of what type of job it is, but I know he does have employment. But even at his job, he loves to flex his intelligence. So not only does he flex his intellect on the clock, he also does it off the clock when he's at home with you. And he is fond of over talking people in your family. Say somebody says something that they believe is a fact, and he will automatically say, oh, that's not true. I know this. And he will just interrupt the conversation with his alleged fact-finding information. He's fond of over-talking people, especially if the conversation is not completely focused on him and what he is doing. And you can't figure out why he just can't patiently wait his turn in conversation. I do believe that is because it's a narcissistic quality. He has to be the center of attention, blowing his trumpet loudly that he is the most important person in the entire universe. And you are just a reminder to him that there are many people out there that are important, not just him. And for our next card, he believes that he is very virtuous. In his friend circle, and he does have a small friend circle, not tons of friends, but in his circle of friends, he finds a lot of favor with them. They are very supportive of him because they believe that he is highly intelligent. We're going to go back to this card where he's skilled in labor and he's a little bit philosophical and he is quite intelligent. But he flexes this to his friends. They are convinced that he knows everything. And he's so good, he doesn't even have to pull out his phone. He says comments with such fervor and with such bravado that people just naturally believe him. So even if we know that sky is not actually green, like we talked about over here in our gaslighting scenario, okay, we know that the sky is not green. We know that the sky is probably blue with big white puffy clouds in it, but he's got his entire friend group believing this statement that is not factual. The sky is not green. But nobody in this whole friend group is going to say anything against him. He's that good. But we know better, don't we? So for the last card that I'm going to draw for our narcissistic reading is He hides a lot. And this is financial. I get the feeling that he hides a lot of money that he makes. I believe that he is not completely honest about the money that he brings into the household. I do believe that he is a little bit of a cheapskate. Now, this is just the vibe that I'm getting from Spirit. You don't have to take all of this, just take what resonates with you. But I get the feeling that when he gets a paycheck, he only talks about a certain amount that he gets. And for example, when there might be activities that cost money, maybe going and getting food at the grocery store, or maybe perhaps buying a new swimsuit to go to the swimming pool, he's always acting incredibly broke. He might say, well, I had to pay off some bills and now I only have like $20 or $30. I'm sorry, I can't afford that swimsuit that you asked for. And it's not that you're asking for high dollar items. We're talking Walmart, Target, and again, I love those places as well. There's nothing wrong with Walmart or Target, but you try your best to pick places that are affordable. So you might suggest, well, let's go to Walmart and Target to get this item that I need because I'd love to go swimming. Or, hey, could we just go pick up a few extra groceries while we're there? He's going to find whatever he can find to not spend his money. He might say, well, I'm completely broke. Oh, well, I owed my friend money. I had to pay them off. He is so scared of spending a penny that it is ridiculous. Our narcissist is absolutely ridiculous. And we're just going to go through slowly with the camera all of these cards to show you just a little bit of our reading here. I know I don't do a very good job of that, but I'm working on it. But he is definitely a character that needs a lot of help. And I believe that if he hopefully gets some help, maybe he could change his ways. But then again, narcissists are not famous for ever changing their ways. They're usually stuck in the same situation. It's almost like a car that gets stuck in the mud. They just spin the wheels. He just spins his wheels. And I just wanted to thank you today for being a part of my reading. And my love to you all. I love you. Talk soon.